Hey guys, it's Luna from Full Moon Audios, and this is the 100 subscriber celebration audio. Still reeling from reaching 100. I did not expect it to happen so soon, but it's insane, it's amazing, and I love you all for this. Thank you so much for your support and for subscribing. It means the world to me. I checked the channel this morning, and it's already reached 160 within the week, so I'm going to need to start planning for the 200 milestone at this rate. I don't know what we're going to do, but I'll probably make a poll or something on Twitter, or I'll ask you guys for advice, so we'll see what happens. In the meantime, for 100 subscribers, I'm doing a Q&A session. So I have a few questions from you guys. I did tweet out and ask around for some ideas for questions, and a few of you got back to me, so we'll start off with those. The first question is from Spartan Pa, and his question is, how you doing? I'm doing alright. The weather's a bit here and there, but it's pretty typical for my side of town and my side of the country. Being in Australia and everything, our weather can be a bit crazy, but such is the Australian reputation, really. Everything's trying to kill you, and the weather's crazy. Alright, the next question's from Night Blossom ASMR, also known as Mama Night Blossom. Her question is, what is next on the horizon for your channel? Well, that's a good question. I haven't really looked into the super future yet. Like, even when people ask me in general, where do you see yourself in 10 years? It's a pretty general and vague description. But yeah, for the channel specifically, I'm hoping to reach out to more of you guys. I'm hoping that the channel does well, it continues to do well. I'm hoping, more people might join the Discord server, and it brings it up a notch, brings it back to life a little bit, because it's a bit quiet over there. Hoping to continue current series that I have going on and create new ones. I've got some ideas tossing around that I'm contemplating. And then we've obviously got the series that already exist, like the Yandere one, which I am going to write another piece on soon. I'm hoping to get that done sooner rather than later, because I know you guys loved that piece. That one was a really big one for this channel. So I'll definitely be looking into continuing that. That was fun to make as well. So, every audio is fun to make, but the Yandere it's pretty exciting. And when it gets such a good response, it makes me happy. Yeah, I'm basically just hoping that things continue to go well, and I'll be experimenting, trying new things, continuing things that already are on the channel, and yeah, just going with the flow, and hopefully you guys will like it. I'm basically going to continue doing this as long as it's fun, as long as it's helping you guys or making you guys happy, entertaining you guys. As long as it has some sort of positive effect, I'm going to continue doing it, because I really love doing this. I've always loved the performing arts, drama, anything like that. So this helps me implement that side of things while living day-to-day ordinary life and looking for a day job and all that. So, I really, really love doing this, and I want to continue doing it. So that's the plan. Anyway, next question's from Devious Emu. As a fellow Australian, I'm assuming you're Australian too. If not, then as an Australian, I fully appreciate your username. I think it's amazing. I would love to meet a Devious Emu. I have seen a few. They are a bit cheeky, so maybe they are all devious, really, but I still like that name, so kudos to that. What are your favourite types of ASMR videos to make? I don't know what it says about me, but I love doing yandere. It was actually really fun to make, because, it's the whole anything that's thought of as creepy or not quite right is normal in a yandere's eyes, so you just get to play around and experiment. You get to just push the boundaries, and I like trying that out, it's all fantasy. That's the thing. All of these are fantasy. It might be based on possibly realistic situation, but the audio itself, the situation itself is fantasy based. So knowing that it's not really real helps to just like go with it, and you can just let go and push the boundaries, test out new things. Yeah, yandere is really fun. So I would say that's at the top there. Other favorite ones, I would probably say kind of the girlfriend type and stuff like that, like where it's a bit cheeky, but it's all cutesy and stuff. It's fun to do. And next few questions are from Arturo Sandoval. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Please forgive me. We've got quite a few questions from you, so thank you for that. The first question is, are you British? No, I am not British. I appreciate the British, but I am Australian and proud. I don't know if I necessarily sound stereotypical Australian, like, g'day mate, how you going? But yeah, I am Australian. Am I single? In brackets, not trying to imply anything. I'm a bit young. Well, yes, I am. And, I'm just going with the flow at the moment. And yeah, just living life. So, yeah. Anyway, are you still in school? I'm not. Technically, I'm studying online a little bit at the moment, but mostly I'm just, doing ASMR sort of videos and audios, and working, and yeah, just living life. Will you please do some more yandere work? I thought you'd never ask. Yes, I will definitely be doing more yandere. If you couldn't tell already from this audio, I love doing the yandere pieces. One of the top types of ASMR audios that I look for is yandere pieces because I like seeing where people go with it. I like the thrill of it. Yeah, it's a good time, and I love doing it myself and just pushing the boundaries. And apparently it worked really well because that audio is by far the number one on this channel in regards to views. So I don't know if we're ever going to beat that, but we'll see. But yes, more yandere is definitely coming, whether it's this specific storyline that I've started or whether it's other kinds. Let me know what you guys want. Like, do you want a specific kind of yandere, maybe a yandere teacher, or maybe a yandere family member? I don't know. You guys let me know if you want a specific type, and I'll see what I can do. What mic do you use? I use a Blue Yeti, and mine is all black and gorgeous. What made you do ASMR? Well, again, basically, I really like doing performing arts and stuff like that. I did it a lot at school, both primary and secondary, and it always made me happy. It was something that I could throw my heart into and just lose myself in, and it was the best fun. And I really wish that I could do more of it in real life. I'm looking into different avenues of doing that, and in the meantime, this one has been I wouldn't say the easiest, but it's been the most accessible in a way. Yeah, it's like in regards to working around my daily schedule and everything like that, it has been easier, so to speak, because I don't have to like go to the other side of town to a studio or a theatre hall and do rehearsals and then performances or anything like that. I just come home from wherever I've been, I can sit down with my mic and or a script and just go with it. But yeah, like it helps me implement that side of things with performing arts and stuff. I just get to throw everything I have into the pieces that I make and just have fun with it, And like I said, it's about having fun and doing what I love, and it's about helping you guys have a good day and get a bit of entertainment in your lives, because yeah, it's all a good time. Would you ever do a face reveal, and if so, when? I don't think I would do a face reveal, and I think the main reason for that, like, there is a privacy part to that, but there's also, I think that it adds to the fantasy of it. It adds to the appeal in a way, to the fantasy of it, to the audios. So, if it's ASMR girlfriend or if it's a best friend or whatever, you can imagine whoever you want. You could imagine someone that already exists in your life. You could imagine your ideal person. So it adds to that. So there's not already a pre-existing idea of who's sitting right next to you or anything like that. And I think that seems to appeal to a lot of people is when they have that flexibility, I guess, or that freedom to imagine who and what they want. So yeah, for now I'm going to say no to a face reveal. Do you have any social media, things like Instagram or Twitter? I do have Twitter for this channel. I try to tweet fairly regularly, so if you want to follow me, that'd be great. I post the link to my profile in the description of every audio, so you should be able to find it there. We also have a Discord server, and I post that invitation link in the description of every audio as well. I will be doing it as in this audio's description, so if you just scroll down a little bit, it should show it after the little squiggly line that I like to make between the actual description of the audio and the blurb or credits, I guess, or after notes. Yeah, so there's Twitter and there's Discord at the moment. Considering maybe making a blog, but not 100% sure about that yet, so I'll think about that. Some of your favorite things to do, things you like. I like listening to music. I love listening to music. I'm a gamer. I love to game, whether it's board games, card games, online games with people, or just general computer games that are single player. Console games, I am a full-on gamer. I will play pretty much any kind of game, at least once. Can get competitive sometimes. I'm not super competitive. I know other people who are more competitive than me, but I can get competitive sometimes. What else do I like to do? I like to go out to the movies sometimes and, catch up on stuff. Like I recently saw The Avengers Infinity War. I won't give any spoilers, but I do recommend going to see it. It is awesome. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, I like binge watching series and stuff. I like colouring in as well, like mandalas and stuff. It's pretty fun. And I like doing ASMR audios, so. Things I dislike. I dislike spiders. I hate spiders. I'm scared of spiders. Do not come near me with a spider because I will not like you and I will run away. That's just a fact. And I probably won't trust you again. Things I dislike. Not really a big fan of smoking. I don't smoke myself, and I don't tend to stick around if someone's smoking around me. Even if it's a stranger, I'll usually step away a bit because the smell honestly makes me feel nauseous. Is Luna your actual name, or if not, how did you get Luna? Okay, good question. Luna is not my real name. Luna is the persona that I put into this channel. How did I get Luna? I wouldn't say I'm a full-on Potterhead, but I do love Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter. She's pretty mad and weird like me. I like her. And, yeah, I like all things to do with wolves and the full moon and stuff like that. So, yeah, it just came up in my head, and I tried to think of other names, and other ones didn't really stand out, so I just stuck with Luna. I'll throw in a few other questions here, because, yeah, I did grab some random questions online in case I didn't get any responses or many responses, and that's no judgment on you guys, that's just me being pedantic. What is my favorite color? That would be red. I love the color red. It's just everything about it. Love red. Specifically more towards the ruby-ish color red. Or if you want to get really dark and morbid, blood red. Yandere for you. A bit of yandere. Blood red. What is your favorite sweet and savory foods? Favorite sweet food would definitely be chocolate. I'm a chocoholic. Love, love, love chocolate. Favorite savory food? Probably pizza. Can't go past a good pizza. And yes, I do eat pizza with pineapple on it. Not all the time, but sometimes. And, if that makes me lose a few of you, I'm sorry. But pizza on pineapple. Pineapple on pizza is not that weird. And for people that argue that it's a fruit and fruit doesn't belong on pizza, technically tomato is a fruit. And it's on every kind of pizza, or almost every kind of pizza. So that kind of invalidates the argument there, I'm just saying. Anyway, it's not my favorite. Hawaiian pizza isn't my favorite kind of pizza. My favorite pizza would probably be either a good Aussie, a good meat lovers, or marinara. and a good margarita. Okay, there's a few. I like pizza. What is your favorite movie or series? I can never choose one. That's the thing. When people ask me about favorite books or favorite series, I can never choose one. I always have at least a top three or something like that. But one of the top ones for movies would be Love Actually. I can never get enough of that movie. It's a go-to for me when it comes to romantic comedies. Um, Another favorite would be The Fault in Our Stars. I absolutely love that movie. I love that book for many personal reasons, and just because it is so well written and so well put together in the movie. It's just really, really beautiful and touching, and I can really relate to it on a personal level for a few different reasons. I won't go into that because I don't want to get sad on all of you, but yeah. Series wise, I love Big Bang, and so sue me. I love Big Bang. I like watching The Voice Australia, specifically Australia because I'm in Australia. I like watching that. I recently got into a new series called Ink Master, and I'm really enjoying watching that. I like tattoos and everything, so watching that's been fun. Favorite singer or band? Again, it's hard to pick one. There are so many good ones out there. A couple of my favorite singers would be Pink and Brendan Urie, although I guess you'd probably put him still in his band of Panic at the Disco because they're still together. I love them. Panic at the Disco has been a favourite of mine for many years. Band-wise, also 30 Seconds to Mars. They're pretty epic. Yeah, I love music. I love a lot of singers. I love a lot of bands. It's really hard to pick favourites. Who is your favourite actor? If I had to pick one, like only one, again, it's hard to do, but if I had to only pick one, it would be David Tennant. He was my favourite Doctor in Doctor Who. He is just amazing. He's funny, he's kooky, and he's just incredible. So, yeah, David Tennant is my favourite actor there. Okay, pie or pizza? After the last question, do you really need to ask me that? Or not the last question, but the one about food. Pizza. Definitely pizza. I do like a good pie, but pizza is the winner. If you had the world's attention for 30 seconds, what would you say? That's a good question. I just tell everyone, like to not be afraid to openly communicate. Just, sit down, actively listen to each other, communicate openly and clearly, be honest. Honesty is honest. Honesty is honestly the best policy. And 99 problems out of 100, 9 problems out of 10 are to do with a communication breakdown of some description. So if we all just sat down and properly communicated, I think a lot of things would not be so big of a deal or as much of a problem. So yeah, I would tell everyone to just sit down, listen, and communicate and be honest, because it's the best thing you can do. If you had to work but didn't need the money, what would you choose to do? That's the thing. I mean, I was just talking about how much I love performing arts, but at the same time, I love music and singing. So there's acting and performing on stage as a singer or as an actor or musical theatre even. I'd also love to work in a library because I love books. I love libraries. Even done some studies library-wise. And I'd also love to work in a zoo or somewhere with animals because I love animals. I love taking care of them. I love learning about them. They're beautiful creatures. And yeah. See, I'm not very good at favourites. If you're home on a rainy Sunday afternoon, well, it's a rainy Saturday afternoon, so close enough. What movie would you most want to see on TV? Oh, that's a good one. Right now, what would I want to watch? If a movie were to come up on TV, what would I want it to be? What do I really want to watch right now? Probably something with action in it. Kind of feeling like in an actiony mood. What would it be though? I don't know. Action, action, action. Honestly, I would need to look through the movies that I have, or like look on Netflix or something and see what comes up. But yeah, something with action in it and maybe a bit of adventure. That's what I would feel like, most likely. Super Wholock, yes, yes, and yes. I watch Supernatural, I watch Doctor Who, and I watch Sherlock, and all of them are awesome. And I really wish that they would do a collaboration of all three because I think that would be hilarious and amazing. And this bleeds into the next question. Are you a nerd? Oh, yeah, I'm a really big nerd and I'm proud of it. So, yeah, just, if you don't like nerds, I'm sorry, but I'm proud of it. So, if you could disinvent one thing, what would it be? The selfie stick. I'm just putting it out there, the selfie stick. It is I'm sorry, but it's a stupid bloody invention. It's so inconvenient. Like, I'll be walking around and these people will suddenly just whip out this selfie stick and swing it out in a direction that almost hits me in the head. And it's like, really? You're not even going to look around before you pull that thing out? And, like, just. It's so. How do people not feel awkward when they use it? Honestly, because you're standing there holding this really long stick that has your phone on the end of it. And I just keep thinking 9 times out of 10, your phone's probably going to fall out because the whole structure integrity does not look very good or trustworthy, in my opinion. I would not put my phone in that. It's just awkward. It's like, why would you want to stand there holding a really long stick and taking a photo? It's like, it's more awkward than just taking a plain selfie. You can take a selfie with your arm, with your friends, and you're perfectly fine. You don't need a stick. That's my rant about that. If you could be a member of any TV sitcom family, which would it be? Oh, really? I'm not good at the whole, like, lingo when it comes to TV stuff, but if sitcom includes Big Bang, then I would definitely choose Big Bang. Or if sitcom also includes things like Doctor Who and stuff, then it would definitely be Doctor Who or Supernatural. Oh, if I had to choose between those, though. Well, I don't know if it counts as a sitcom, but if I could be in Doctor Who, I would definitely choose Doctor Who. But if that doesn't count, if sci-fi series don't count as sitcoms, then I would say Big Bang. And if that doesn't count as a sitcom, then I don't know. What would be the best thing about not having a sense of smell? I think that answer's pretty obvious. You wouldn't be able to smell the bad things. Like, you wouldn't be able to smell poop, or you wouldn't be able to smell, like, blood and gore or vomit, which means if someone was in, like, really dire need of help, you'd be able to just step in and do it. Unless you have, like, a really, nauseous reaction to that sort of thing just by seeing it, then you'd be able to just step in and do it because you have one less sense to get in the way of. You'd be able to just step in and help someone, and I think that would be very helpful. Yeah, helping someone is helpful. Yep. Lunar Facts 101. Helping people is helpful. If you could only speak one word today, what would it be? Probably be something like meh or poof. Just something like that, something silly because it would make people laugh, it would make people smile, it would confuse people, and it would just be a good time. Yeah, I would choose something silly because I think that would add a lot more positivity to the world. I think people would laugh, they'd have a good time. And for those who get confused, I would get amused. So, what part of the human face is your favorite? I'd probably say the eyes because there's a lot to be said about eyes. Like, aside from the whole philosophical thing of the eyes are the windows to the soul, I think that even just looking at the color variation and stuff like that, it can be really fascinating, and they can be very expressive. What part of the human body is your favorite? Probably say hands because, like, so much can be done with them, but again, so much can be expressed just with the use of your hands. Yeah, there's a lot to be said about hands. I know there's a lot to be said about any part of the body, but there's a lot to be said about hands and, how they look, how they feel, what people do with them, what they use them for, how they use them, I guess. A lot can be said about it. So I think, someone's hands can tell a story just as much or similar amount as to how their eyes can. Probably sounding a bit creepy at this point, I don't know, but I'm not trying to be. Do you dance crazy when no one is looking? Yeah, I do. That's the best time to do it, is when no one's looking. Just let go and have fun. Yes, I do that. And no, I will never record that. I will never let that leak out onto the internet. You can just imagine it. Why do we never hear about a psychic winning the lotto? That's a fair point. I guess there's 2 points to that. There's A, how do you know that they haven't? Because, I don't think anyone's going to come out onto the news saying, I'm a psychic and I won the lotto. So there's no real way of knowing that a psychic has never won the lotto. But I think also there's probably a karma aspect to it. I think that if a psychic were to cheat the lotto and when it's using their psychic abilities, I think that that would have a lot of a karma response to it. I think that that would end up coming back on them very hard, and I don't think that anybody would want that. So either way, either you don't know that they did and they have, or they're not doing it because they don't want karma to bite them on the butt. What is something you have tried that you'll never try again and why? The giant swing. And that's because my first experience was a really bad one. I was on the ladder, I was strapped to the harness, and I was strapped to the actual giant swing rope bit connected to the whole swing. All I had to do was step off the ladder, and I just started freaking out because I'm a bit scared of heights. I was as a kid anyway. And I just started freaking out. I was crying. I was saying, I don't want to do this anymore. Just get me down. And the lady at the camp said, okay. And she was holding on to me. And she said, just step off the ladder. Just step off the ladder and then we'll let you down. And I was foolish enough to listen to her and I stepped off. And then the guy who was holding the ladder moved it away. And she was like, guess what? You're hanging. You're ready to go. And that just made me lose it even more. I burst into tears even more than I already was. I was begging for them to just let me down. I was terrified. So eventually she finally caved, as she should have done ages ago, and let me down. And yeah, I would I would not do it again after that. That was it was a bad experience and I would not do that again. It's just not fun. I'll let everyone else do it and I'll help them out. I'll encourage them and support them in any way, but I will not do it myself. What qualities do you like in a friend? I like a friend with a good sense of humour. I like a friend who will listen and not be afraid to share their feelings or their stories as well. A friend who has a good sense of fun as well, a bit of a sense of adventure. Similar interests, that doesn't go astray. I don't want to have everything in common with them, but having some similar interests definitely doesn't go astray. And someone trustworthy. I think trust is the foundation for any kind of relationship. So as long as I feel like I can trust them, then yeah, we should be pretty sweet. When you are old, what do you think children will ask to hear stories about? Probably YouTube and other things like that. I mean, I dare say by the time I'm old, there's going to be a new kind of YouTube, or there's going to be new technology, and children are going to look back and be like, so what was this for? Or what was so good about this when you've got this now? And blah, blah, blah. So I think, anything that we think is awesome now is probably going to be ancient history by then. So we'll be explaining things like video players, because, if you're a 90s kid or anywhere around then, you still know what a VHS is, and, recording a video on the VHS as opposed to recording a video for YouTube, there's going to be so much, I think, that children will ask, and it'll feel so normal to us and so strange to them. When things break, do you prefer to fix or replace them? I prefer to fix it if I can. If it is fixable, then I would definitely rather fix it than replace it. And that goes for pretty much anything in life. If something can be fixed, I think it is better to do that than to replace it. It might be harder work to fix it, but in the long run, it tends to be worth it because, you've put the effort in and usually it works out. If it doesn't work out, then it wasn't meant to be, but at least you put the effort in for it and you tried. You can't say you didn't try. Whereas if you just replace it, it's the easy way out, technically, in some cases at least. And, it's just, it can be sad. in some cases. Anyway, best on-screen bromance. Oh, that's a hard one. Well, I mean, Sam and Dean are literally brothers, but Sam and Dean, or Sam, Dean, and Castiel in Supernatural. That's a good bromance right there. Also, Howard Wolowitz and Raj in Big Bang Theory. They're a good bromance right there. And then there's like Manny, Sid, and Diego from Ice Age, because, they're awesome. Favorite type of workout? Probably walking. I do like to go on walks. I haven't gone on a lot of hikes, but I would like to branch into that a bit. But I do like going on a good walk to get some fresh air, listen to some music, and just chill. Do you have tattoos? Yes, I do. I have 2 tattoos. I have a tribal like wolf with a paw print in the middle on my left shoulder blade area. And on the right, I have 2 otters with angel wings, and their tails are intertwined, and they're reaching out for each other with one of their paws. It's really beautiful. And that is a sister tattoo. My sister and I both got otter tattoos where they're, either holding paws or like connected in some way physically, because, otters, they stick together, at least with their partners, but for us it says sisters, and hers says forever together and mine says never apart, and it's really beautiful. So yeah, I have 2 and I'm looking to get more. I'm actually contemplating my next one that I might get done for my birthday, but we'll see. Whenever it happens. But yeah, I'm looking to getting more. I do like tattoos. So yeah. Greatest fears? Spiders, and probably heights still as well. Or not really the height itself, but the fear of falling, I guess, is technically what it is. What do you think about clowns? I'm honestly not that scared of clowns. I think that the clowns that look scary are made deliberately to look that way. So, sure, the creepy ones are creepy, but at the end of the day, I think clowns in general are fine. What are you most likely to stay up all night talking about? Movies, games, food, random stuff, because I am very random when it comes to things, and people who know me personally know how random I can be. So, yeah, it could be a whole host of things, but yeah, more than likely movies and games and stuff like that, because I'm a nerd. But I would also ask like random questions to see, what people think or stuff like that. Do you ever want to walk away from technology? Yeah, sometimes I do. I have done that before. I went on a wilderness program where we didn't have our phones on us, we didn't have any technology at all, and it was actually really refreshing, and it was invigorating to just step away and appreciate everything that was around us for what it was and not be distracted. And technology does bring a sort of level of anxiety with it. I think that's part of the price of technology, is that there is a sense of anxiety that comes along with it. To know what's happening next, or what's the notification, what's the text about, or responding to everything super quickly. So not having that is a very, very good feeling. And like on that program, we were on the beach in some parts, we were in the bush for a while. We were just living in the moment and just experiencing everything firsthand. There was no photos, there was no looking on Facebook or anything like that. It was just life, and it felt amazing. And I would definitely do that again. Or even just at home, I would step away from technology and just live life the way it is. What sound do you love? How do I choose one? This is another favorites thing. I'm not good at favorites. What sound do I love? I love the sound of food being cooked. I love the sound of music. I love the sound of, I guess, like a loved one's heartbeat. I know that sounds kind of creepy, but when you're like cuddling with the person you love and you can hear their heartbeat, I like that. It's really calming. Not trying to be creepy. Yeah, stuff like that. The best part of waking up. Honestly, sometimes the best part of waking up is if it's like the weekend or a public holiday, you can just roll over and go back to sleep and not care. Otherwise, the best part of waking up would probably be if you have a loved one with you, you get to cuddle up with them. Otherwise, just, getting up and getting that good first morning stretch. I love that feeling. What one food would you never give up on? Probably chocolate. If I had to choose between pizza or chocolate, I would probably go with chocolate, even though you can technically get dessert pizzas. That's a good point, actually. Um, okay, either chocolate or pizza. There you go. I dug myself a hole. Either one of the two. If you could learn any language fluently, what would you choose? Probably something from like a movie or series, like Elfish or Klingon or something random and fantastic. I would want to learn all of those languages and just have fun. Alright, I'll probably leave it at that for this one. So, again, thank you guys so much for helping me reach 100 subscribers. It's been insane. I hope you enjoyed this audio and getting to know me a bit more. I might do another Q&A in the future. Yeah, and, leave a comment below letting me know what you would like to see for the 200 milestone, because that looks like it's coming up pretty soon. So, let me know, and I'll tweet out and probably make a poll or something, so look out for that too. Alright, have a good weekend, guys. I'll get another audio up hopefully this weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.